Hello friends, this is Carrie and welcome back to I Like Reddit channel. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Today we have 5 stories out of the Entitledparents subreddit. Let's begin! Our first post is by Captain Nutsack. EPs make my employee cry, gets their free meal voucher revoked. Before we begin, a little bit of backstory. I'm a manager for a chain sushi restaurant somewhere in the western United States. The restaurant chain offers something very special to a select few customers who either show that they deserve it, aka spend so much on sushi over time, or make a good enough impression on the staff that they recommend that you get one. Doesn't happen nearly as often as you think. A set of platinum chopsticks that entitles you to as much free sushi as you can stuff your gut with. The cast: EM, Blonde Demon Woman, EK, Rotten Crotch Goblin, D, the father whose sanity I question for staying with this woman, E, Employee. The day started off like any other day. Going in at 10:30, calling all hands meeting, getting everyone pepped up and ready for the day's opening, prepping counter spaces and cleaning utensils. You know, the typical restaurant stuff. We're about 10 minutes away from opening when one of our newer employees, E, walks in. She used her front door key and just came right on in. Unfortunately, Entitled Kid, Entitled Mom, and Dad all followed in soon after her. At this restaurant, it's custom to seat yourself and a member of the waitstaff to come and take your order. And when I say custom, I mean there are signs literally every 5 feet on every bench and table side saying to be seated and wait. Now, from this point in the story, I'm piecing everything together from E's side of the story and what I saw in the security tapes after handling the issue in person. The dastardly trio walk in, instead of being seated, walk directly up to the cashier's desk, which there's nobody currently at because we're still 5 minutes from officially opening. EM, can we get some damn service? E then snaps to attention and hops directly over to the desk. EM, I want my free sushi and I want it now. She slams the platinum chopsticks on the counter and starts spouting off everything on the menu she wanted. E verifies that these are her chopsticks with some difficulty. Each pair is specifically registered to one person with the serial number stamped on the side. E, will it just be you ordering today? These chopsticks only entitle the person they're registered to for free food. EM, no! These chopsticks mean I get as much as I want, and I want enough for me and my family. E, I'm very sorry, ma'am, but the contract that you signed to get these chopsticks clearly stated that you were only allowed one serving of your choosing at a time, plus the EM, listen here, you snot-nosed brat. I don't care what you say. You're gonna give me my free food, or I'll get your manager and have you tossed out. Serve me now. It's at this point I'm brought into the picture. E comes stumbling into my office, tears streaming down her face, and 3 other employees right behind her to quickly relay the story. I'll spare you the rest of the details, as there was some not-so-clean language spoken between me and the entitled mom, but here are some of the highlights. Entitled Kid decided that it would be a good idea to run around every table and knock over all of the soy sauce bottles, the ones from Kikuman that don't have a lid. Then run over to the drinks machine behind the employee-only counter and completely soak himself. Entitled Mom started shrieking at the top of her lungs that she's going to get what she wants and we're going to pay for her son's dry cleaning before throwing the peppermint bowl beside the register across the room. Meanwhile, the dad just stands there like this is all normal and smiles. Before everything was said and done, she manages to not only get her platinum chopsticks revoked, but she was also gifted with a lovely pair of matching bracelets by the local police officer. E was sent home for the rest of the day with full pay while I took over her spot on that shift. Luckily, the rest of the day went pretty smoothly. Edit. Much apologies for not sharing the rest of the details. Unfortunately, I have to cover my butt in case somebody from corporate sees this. I very much like my job title, and I'd very much like to keep it. I don't know about you guys, but the thing I'm wondering is who the hell would give this woman platinum chopsticks? I mean, she obviously doesn't meet any of the requirements for it. Debbie I in the comments section went on to add, I'd be willing to bet money that some spineless manager at another location gave them to her, let her get away with feeding her family on it, and try and keep her out of their hair. If I were corporate, I would definitely investigate this location. The fact that behavior by the customer is a factor, they're probably not happy. And OP replied, oh, they're definitely not happy. According to our system, she only had those sticks for a week, and now they're being revoked. I'm fairly certain somebody's about to bring the hammer down on whoever issued them. What do you guys think about this one? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our second story. Our next story is by Mental Illness 420. Lady tells me to cover up at the beach because I'm distracting her son. I'm at the beach with a couple of my friends before the virus, and I'm wearing a new bikini I had just bought. So there I am, just lying down in the sun when this lady comes and stands over me. Obviously, I'm confused and I ask her if there's a problem. Then she tells me I need to cover up my chest. I will admit that I am very well endowed in this area, because I'm distracting her son, who looks to be about my age. I tell her I'm not going to cover up, as it's my body and I wear what I want to wear. And if I'm distracting her son, that seems to be like it's a her problem, and maybe she should teach her son to respect girls and not stare at them. She did not seem to like this at all. She starts to scream at me in the middle of the beach, telling me that I'm a bad influence on young girls, and that she hopes I never have children because they'll turn out just like me, and that I'm disrespecting mothers all around the world because apparently I'm just trying to seduce their sons. I am literally 17, so what the hell? Eventually, her son comes over and drags her away, but I was just laughing it off, but it made me think, why did her son not come over any sooner to drag her away? Who knows? I bet the son was playing around on his phone. He probably wasn't paying any bit of attention to the OP in her bathing suit. I bet it was the mom who was paying attention to OP in the bathing suit, and she just thought that she should come over and give the OP a piece of her mind, just like the busybody Karen that she is. But what do you guys think? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our next story. If you've been watching until here and are enjoying my content, please put some heart emojis in the comment section down below. Our next story is by Control. My entitled aunt thinks I should give my great-great-grandfather's ring to her son. My family has a lot of weird traditions that come into play here, so let me explain them. My family is filled with musicians, no one famous, and it started with my great-great-grandfather, who was an extremely skilled guitarist. He valued dedication and practice when learning music. He died when my great-grandfather, who ended up being a skilled trombone player, was about 16, and one of his final wishes was this: going through generations, the first person in a generation to consistently practice and perform with one instrument, this becomes important later, for 7 years. I don't know why he chose that time, was to receive his wedding ring. My family has kept this tradition for years. My great-grandfather played trombone, got the ring at 23, and my grandfather, pianist, got it at 20. The generation above mine, my mom, entitled aunt, etc., includes no dedicated musicians, so my grandfather kept the ring for decades. I received a trombone as a gift when I was 9. I'm 16 now, and 7 years after I played my first note to the day I was given the ring. Here's where my entitled aunt gets involved. My cousin, entitled aunt's son, had been playing music longer than me, but he was not dedicated to any particular instrument because entitled aunt's husband is rich. He went through instruments constantly. He would buy an instrument, play it 3 times a month for 6 months, and ask his parents for a different kind. It was clear that he wasn't dedicated. When entitled aunt heard, she was furious. She called my grandfather, and they had a 3-hour-long argument with him in which she called him crazy, selfish, etc. She called me and demanded I give it to her son. When I hung up, she drove to my house, but my mom stood up for me and demanded she leave. She hasn't talked to anyone since. This happened a week ago. I'm typing this on my phone at a restaurant, but when I get home, if I can remember, I'll attach a picture of the ring to this story. I know our traditions are weird, but that's just how we are. Edit. I guess the tradition isn't as weird as I thought, and is a lot more common than I believe. Sorry. Anyway, on to our final story. Our next story is by Dagebto69, entitled Mother Child-Proofs a Private Mountain Bike Trail. So this happened a while ago in a small town in the middle of nowhere. It's a community-built network of mountain bike trails that the community helps maintain and build more trails to ride on for our enjoyment. The trail started in my cousin's backyard, and before, he was the only one involved, so the trails were very small, but soon he got many of his neighbors involved to help maintain and build more trails, and it became a decent-sized network of trails. Since it is his private property, he requests that people ask before they go on his trails, and he lets most of them in. One day, we wanted to ride on the downhill trail with many cool features, things like jumps, logs to hop over, handmade skinny bridge out of wooden planks, drops, and much more. This particular day, there was a sign planted into the ground on the entrance to the trail saying, "Reserved for Karen and her family." At first we thought this was very entitled and rude, just barging into his property and blocking it off from the owners, but we saw them with shovels and wheelbarrows and we realized they were helping maintain the trail. Fair enough, it could use little maintenance. So it was kind of them to be helping out without being asked. Little did we know it was the complete opposite. Let's introduce the cast. EM, entitled Mom. EK, entitled Kid. C, Cousin. OP, me. So we spent the next few hours riding the other trails. Finally decided that we should give them some beers for helping us out, so we returned to my cousin's house and grabbed some from the fridge and head back up and go past her sign. We start to go down, but she runs up to us and starts yelling. EM, hey, why are you going past that sign? It's clearly reserved for me and my angel. Cousin, oh, we just wanted to give you some beers for helping us maintain the trail. EM, it's reserved for me. Get out. Cousin, I own this. You're on my property. EM, no, this is public. My angel and his friends come here every day. Now, this could be true. My cousin has allowed many school children to ride on his trails after school. But, cousin, this is my private property. I do let many people ride on my trails as long as they help out, sometimes, and I certainly do not remember inviting you. Please leave. EM, well, I did help you with your trails. Look, I childproof them. She points to the trails and we realize what she had done. She had flattened out jumps, removed logs, and removed the skinny bridge, along with everything else that makes a mountain bike trail fun. It's just a slight downhill path. Not to mention that she cut down several trees, making it impossible to get hurt. EK was also there, riding down the lame hill with his regular Walmart bike, going back up with the stairs made by breaking the skinny bridge. An entire summer's worth of work turned into an idiot-friendly bike hill with nothing special. Cousin, excuse me, what the hell have you done? EM, don't be yelling at me. You're the one who built a hazardous merry-go-round. I have no idea what she was talking about. Cousin, yeah, that's the whole point of mountain biking, to have fun things to do. But you, without my permission, went on my property and broke my things. What is wrong with you? EM, I was making it safe for you. Cousin, okay, well, I'm gonna call the cops. At this point, she realized how dumb she was and decided to back off and never be seen again. Apart from me wanting to escalate this for a better story to tell, but we never ended up calling the cops. It ended up taking several days to get it back to its original-ish form, but it will never be as fun. It's too bad that OP's cousin didn't call the cops on this helicopter Karen. Would have been so much better to actually see some justice out of this whole thing. But what do you guys think? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Our final post is by Torpical Fish. Entitled Parent tries to kick me from my court. Before I start, this was a repost, original by me, but was taken down since I didn't have enough comment karma at the time. This is a short story, but too long didn't read will be at the bottom. Cast: me, F, friend, EM, entitled Mom, NK, nice kid who tried to explain to his mother that she was wrong. This happened to me this morning, so I still remember some of the details clearly. I was playing tennis with my friend on a rented court, and the place we were at has 6 courts, where 2 are clay and 4 are artificial turf. Please note that one court next to the 2 clay courts is labeled clearly Court 4. During the hour we were playing, the entitled mom came up to the fence that was the outer fence for the court and called to my friend. EM, get off our court. We booked this court. You need to move. Friend, pardon? EM, you need to move. We booked this court. It was at this time I heard their conversation and called out, are you sure? EM, yes. Show me your booking. It was lucky that I had brought my phone and my dad had sent me the booking, otherwise we would have been done for. Me, here, shows the booking. We're on court 1. This is court 1. EM, this is court 6. Me, no, it's court. EM, this is court 6. I need, she emphasized need, this court. I can only play on turf. Her kid, who had noticed by now, nice kid, Mom, this is court 1. EM, oh, alright, I'll go ask someone else. She storms off with her kid in tail. Last I saw her, she was talking with an employee who motioned to the court on the far side of the court to me, and she walked there, probably annoyed that she didn't get her way. If she only noticed the sign above court 4, it would have saved her a lot of trouble. Too long didn't read. Entitled Mom thinks that court 1 is court 6. Doesn't believe me when I tell her otherwise, and tries to kick us off by telling an employee. That's all the stories I have for today. Links to the original Reddit posts will be in the description box below. Please stop on by Reddit to show the OP some love and an upvote. If you enjoy my content, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded new videos. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.